Good evening. Got bits and pieces of a few different things for you tonight. We're getting ready to paint this 352. And I'll show you what I've been building so we can run this motor in. But first, walk with me. Weird color for Ford, right? That's actually factory color for valve covers and oil pan. Motor block gets painted black. But on this particular 352, she was black and tan. That's what color it was when I took it out. That's what color it's going to be. So, pretty cool. Just got those painted. We're going to prep the block for paint tonight. Not going to get any color on it tonight. I run out of hours. But I'll show you this. It's got a small block Chevy on it now just for mock-up, but this will fit anything. I built it so we can run a 5.9 Cummins on it. We can run a 7.3 IDI engine on it. We can run small block, big block, Ford, Chevy, Dodge. Probably even run a rice grinder motor on it if we wanted to for some reason. But it's adjustable all over the place. I wanted one heavy enough for my standards. You know, diesel, tractor, pickup truck, small block, big block. So this guy, unpin it, slides out. That plate stays, this one comes out. I built it so we run a bell housing with it. That way, should anything ever happen to go wrong back there in that flywheel or end of the crank decide to snap and go ballistic, it's got to go down. Hopefully it doesn't get anybody. This is just to run them in with. There's no dyno about it. They won't get put to work on this stand. It's just 2,000 RPM for 20 minutes, 3 times. So that's what's going on there. That's some Cadillac 390 parts. That's another project. So a bunch of antifreeze there. Our Lincoln, not our Lincoln, customer's Lincoln. So let's go over here and see if we can't get this motor taped up and prepped up, cleaned up and ready for some black paint tomorrow. There's bell housing for it and my patterns. So better put you guys over here. Hopefully sound quality is going to be better on this video. I forgot to, well, when I was at Area 51, I share that shop. There was another fella over there with his radio going. My editor and son done his best to take the music out, but some of the sound left too. And that racket is our water pump. Sorry, you can't do nothing about that. Okay, they got the top end all taped up. We're going to roll her over and do the same thing on the bottom. Give her a little bit of a lacquer thinner bath so the paint will stick nice. Get some plastic on this bottom. Another camera here to turn on. Let's see, this is new deal here. Let's see what this guy wants to do. Well, don't look too bad. Well, the guy that was staring at me there, he's kind of an ugly mutt, but other than that, picture looks like it might Might be all right. It's a cheapie, for sure. But you know what? If it works good and does what I need it to do, then so be it. All right, there's that. Find some clean rags and some lacquer thinner. Clean rags. Lacquer thinner. Probably should go find me a pair of gloves. Suppose this weather ain't all that good for your hide. Well, how'd you guys this weekend go? Mine was busy. Hopefully that thing shuts off here pretty soon. Mine was busy all weekend, working on that engine stand mainly. What a project. Sounds simple. Just take me a half a day and I'll have it. Here, I'm a day and a half into this far. And we still got to build a control panel. Get some gauges on it. It'll probably turn black the same time this engine does. If I'm gonna have black paint mixed up, we're gonna probably just mix up a little bit extra. Not only paint the engine, but paint the engine stand as well. Tape freaked out on me here. Our weather has been weird. Colorado is bipolar or something right now. One day you're running air conditioning because it's 80 outside, and the next day it's freezing, literally, like frost and snow. Well, I guess one camera done did shut off. We'll keep running with the old GoPro till it makes noises like it's done too. Oh man, if you tear your tape off the roll before you grab the roll, it sure does work out a lot better. Salvaged. I'm in a bit of a hurry because I'm tired. It was me and the boxer dogs all day yesterday. My wife had a baby shower to go to. So, boxers and I, boxers are a lot like having toddlers. They burn up a lot of time. I didn't get a whole lot of accomplishments accomplished yesterday, if you know what I mean. Boxers are puppies until they're 3, and Sophie's only like a year and a half, and she likes to chew up stuff like trailer light wiring. I just rewired it last week, and she nailed it again. Like I said, they're a whole bunch like having toddler children. When it gets quiet, you can pretty much bet something's up. So yesterday, I worked on an engine stand and run in and out of this shop 14 million times, checking on boxer puppies. Trying to ensure that maybe she wasn't gonna get my car trailer wiring again. I mean, what do you do? Boxers are very high energy dogs, and mine live a pretty boring life, so I can't really get mad at them. Stella's old enough, she knows better, so she's really no trouble. Sophie's just a puppy, so I can't get mad at her. She's bored. Afraid I'm kind of a boring soul tonight, because that's just me. You're stuck with just me. Mrs. Dunright even better's doing chores to get ready for business tomorrow. It's a 7-day a week when you own your own business. You're married to it for sure. But there's certain freedoms that come along with it that makes it worthwhile. We're blessed with a pretty awesome crew. I'm going to interview the new guy tomorrow. I know of him, I don't know him, just know of him, and I know that he's very experienced, so we're gonna see where it goes tomorrow. Might be another new face around. Let's see if we can find some plastic, get that guy wrapped up. You guys go to all this trouble when you're painting your motors, or you just fire up a rattle can? I've done it both ways. Depends on what it is. If it's just an old used motor, we're just going to put her in and run her, then I'll clean her up and rattle can it. These I'm trying to make period correct in the right colors, and you got to have paint mixed. I spray them with spray gun. Get the paint mixed and spray them. They come out nice, that's for sure. Takes time, but I guess when you want nice stuff, you spend the time. This one's not even mine, but all the more reason to spend the time and make it really nice, I guess. All right. That should do, donkey. this out of our way. That one. I remember when I was a kid, farting around painting cars, and trying to make my stuff cool, using newspaper with your mouth off and closed. It worked. And the tape went wonky again. Still use newspaper occasionally when I can find it, but you guys ever try to find a newspaper these days? Good luck with that. They still make them, but they're few and far between. The days of the newspaper stand is a memory, that's for sure. You don't just walk up there, drop a couple coins in there and get yourself a newspaper anymore. I was in a business the other day that had some thrifty nickels, a little sales paper classified gizmo. I was pretty impressed. Never figured I'd ever be excited to see one of those, but I was. I didn't look to see what year they was. They might have been from 1982. Even if they was, still pretty cool just to see them. Everything's online anymore, all digital. It's a digital world. Technology's cool when it works. Sometimes it gets in front of my brain, which don't take a whole bunch. And the tape went wonky again. That little gap with some tape. Do some around here, across there. You know what, I just figured out why that new camera shut down. It's because I forgot to push the go button. It was just sitting there idling, timed out. I'll just turn that sucker back on. And I'll push the go button this time. Come on, wake up. Wakey, wakey. All right, it's there. Definitely don't have the field of view that a GoPro does. That's okay. We're still just getting started at this whole deal here. We'll figure it out. Figure it out as we go. That's what I do. what I've always done. Been seeing these deals on Facebook where you make a song for your spouse. I've done that today. I was pretty impressed with myself. I figured it out start to finish. Got it handled. Made a little song for my wife. Our anniversary's coming up. She's put up with me for many, many years. Figured I should do something nice. She made me one here a while back. I didn't cry, but my eyeballs was sweating a little bit. It was pretty special. Well, I've about had it with this wonky tape. I think we're about done with this here anyway. Time to trim up that a little bit. We'll clean this block off a little and it'll be ready for paint. We're going to call it right there. Camera shut off again. I don't know what's up. Probably me not knowing how to run it. Probably what's up. Bet I'm gonna have to sharpen that pocket knife after this little ordeal. Probably do that before I go home. All right, taped up. My finger's taped. Or if they're gonna melt to my skin. All right, lacquer thinner it is. Some of the oil came off. A little better drenching. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we got stuff happening. Whoever put this motor together got oil all over everything. talk with that dude, I guess. Well, that finger didn't like lacquer thinner. Neither did that thumb or the hand. Team of gloves, I guess, huh? Not designed for lacquer thinner. Well, I think that's going to be good enough to put some black paint on it. Looks to me like it should be anyway. I think we'll go ahead and get rid of that glove. I feel like Michael Jackson now got one glove. I don't know what hand he wore his one glove on though. And I think his was white, not green. He got an alien glove. I'm just going to try it a little bit, break the heat, just for giggles. Probably not going to do anything at all different than what lacquer thinner did. Looks exactly the same. Well, mentioned sharpening my knife, so I wouldn't do it like this on a good knife that I really want to keep nice. I've got some good ones, I just never use them because my job is not nice to knives. When I was a young man, fellow I worked for, this is how he sharpened his knife up, his work knife. I'm sure he's good knives. He had a stone, I'm sure. He was an old timer and a smart cookie. But just for his everyday knife, scraping gaskets, cutting baling wire. No, just kidding, I don't cut baling wire. I cut electrical wire with it. Trimming tape against a motor block. That's just how I do her. I like to share stuff that I've learned along the way. Not saying it's right. Not saying you should do your knife like this. Especially if it's a really expensive, nice knife. This will get an edge on it. It's 180 grit. It'll get an edge on it I can deal with. Feels pretty good compared to what it was. Need to work on that point just a little bit. Does that look sharp? Feels pretty sharp. I think it'll scrape gaskets. All right, boys and girls, I think I'm going to call it an evening. It's been a long weekend. Sorry I didn't get too much video undone. Building that engine stand was super boring. Like, really boring. I would have burnt up a day and a half worth of camera time, and when Derek was done editing, he'd have got 15 minutes worth of good stuff for you guys to watch. I'll try to keep it interesting and try to make it a little bit entertaining occasionally, educational. Not saying everything I do is right, but it's how I do it, and it seems like it works. So sometimes works after I do it the third or fourth or 15th time, but I always make it work. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for watching.